Hello, children. We were studying the lesson Animal Life. In part 1, we have already studied about the body coverings of animals, different food habits of animals, and methods of breathing in case of animals. So, let us continue the lesson and study different methods of moving. Why do the animals move? Why do you think the animals have to move from one place to place? You all know that animals cannot prepare their own food. They have to depend on other animals or plants for food. So they have to move from one place to another. Other than that, they have to escape themselves from other animals, or they have to find shelter in order to protect themselves from heat, rain, and cold. So, all the animals will move from one place to another. But the movement in case of animals is different. Some animals will move very slowly, and some animals will move very quickly. Some animals can move to a long distance, whereas some animals can cover only small distances. Let us see about the animals that move on land. All the animals which live in land will move inland from one place to another in search of food or shelter. So, how will they move? All the land animals will move with the help of their limbs. Lions, tigers, elephants, and other animals will walk on four limbs. So, the front limbs are called the forelimbs, FORE, four limbs, and the ones behind are the hind limbs. Which are the types of limbs? Forelimbs and hind limbs. The front limbs are called the forelimbs, and the behind ones are called the hind limbs. You might have seen in the Animal Planet or the wildlife, isn't it? Cheetahs, horses, and gazelles or the zebras are good runners. They can run very quickly and they run very fast. They use their strong legs in order to run fast. Whereas, if we compare them with the rabbits and hares, can they run quickly as the cheetahs do? No, isn't it? So instead of running, they hop. Rabbits and hares hop. They jump slowly or they move by jumping instead of walking or running. Their hind limbs are strong and longer than the forelimbs, so they can hop. If we consider human beings, if we speak about human beings, all of us can stand upright and we walk on our two legs. Human beings have four limbs also, but we say it as the arms. The arrangement of thumb and the other fingers in our hands are used to lift, to hold the things and to grab the things. And we use our hands in order to do different work also. So the arms are the four limbs. What about the snakes and the worms? Have you all seen a snake moving? Yes, a snake will slither. A snake moves by curving and straightening its body. It moves in curves, isn't it? See the picture here? It moves in curves. Whereas a worm will shorten and elongate its body. Once it will shorten its body, once it will elongate its body. So repeatedly doing this will help it to move from one place to another. What about the crocodiles and lizards or the tortoise? They use their four short legs in order to crawl. They have short legs compared to cheetahs, horses or gazelles. So they crawl very slowly. What about the insects then? All insects have 6 legs. It may be ants or the beetles. They use their legs for walking. A grasshopper uses its powerful hind legs to hop from one place to another. So now you all understood that different animals have different moving habits. Animals that fly. Birds use their wings in order to fly. Birds are also considered as animals. So it is said that animals which are able to fly. Under the animals, birds can fly with the help of their wings. The wings are actually the forelimbs and they are modified in case of birds in order to fly. So when they move, the wings will move up and down. The birds will push themselves through the air and they can fly easily. And the body of the birds are small and it is light. Their bones are also hollow. So their body weight is very light. And it is easy for them to carry their body and fly in air. So the birds have wings to fly and the wings are the modified forelimbs. But do you think all the birds can fly? No, all the birds cannot fly. You might have seen ostrich or emu and cassowary. So these cannot fly because they have heavy body weight. Their body is big and heavy. But their wings are also poorly developed, so they cannot fly. But they can run very quickly. What about the houseflies, mosquitoes, butterflies and moth? These are the flying insects. It may be houseflies or the mosquitoes or the butterflies. They are said to be the flying insects. They can fly because they have light small bodies and light wings also. Animals that swim. In order to move from place to place, some animals will swim. For example, it may be fish. Fish will swim in water, and in order to swim, they have fins. Fishes usually have 3 types of fins which are used to balance as well as change the direction and also to stop inside the water. Some fish also use their fins like the oars. What do you mean by oars? So oars are the long stick which is used to row a boat. So as we row a boat using a long stick, some fishes are there, they will use their fins like the oars in order to push the water and to move forward. What about the frog then? The frog will swim by kicking the water with their webbed hind legs. They have webs in their hind legs. So the webs are used to swim by kicking the water. The water boatman is an insect that uses its leg as oars in order to swim. Then the prawns and tadpoles will swim with their legs, whereas turtle will use their flippers for swimming. Penguins will have wings that work like flippers, which is used for swimming. Some animals travel long distances. So, animals, including human beings, will travel from one place to another in order to control the climatic conditions or in order to survive in the extreme cold climate. So sometimes people travel from one place to another. For example, people living in Nainital or Shimla, they travel to warmer place during winters. In the same way, the animals also will travel. The birds also will travel in order to go to a warmer place. They travel in search of food or in order to find warmth or to give birth to young ones. Sometimes these birds or the animals will travel alone or they travel in groups also. After the winter season, again they go back to their original place or home. This movement is said to be migration. What is migration? It is the seasonal movement of animals from one region to another in order to find warmth or food and to give birth to young ones. This process is said to be the migration. What is migration? The seasonal movement of animals from one place to another, from one region to another, is called as migration. We have many examples of migration. Examples of birds like Arctic tern or butterflies or the cranes. See, the Arctic tern, can you see the picture of Arctic tern? Yes, Arctic tern will travel more than 70,000 kilometers when it migrates from the Arctic region to the Antarctic region. During winter season, it will travel to Antarctic region and it will go back again to Arctic region in the summer. Have you all seen eels which lives in freshwater rivers? Yes. So the eels will live in freshwater. So what they do is they will swim more than 6,000 kilometers to the sea in order to reproduce, in order to give birth to the young ones. So the young eels will swim back to the freshwater rivers once it becomes big. Many butterflies are there. For example, it may be monarch butterfly will fly from Canada to Mexico during winter and it will go back during summer season. You might have heard of Siberian crane. They used to come to India during winter season and go back to Siberia during summer. But due to the pollution, due to the increased use of pesticides, pollution has decreased their population. Pollution has increased everywhere. This has decreased the population of many animals and birds. So nowadays, since 10 years, these Siberian cranes have not been seen in India. That is so sad, no children? Yes, because of the increased pollution, all this is happening. So we being human beings have to take care of nature. We have to control the pollution also. What do you say? Yes, we have to control the pollution. We have to care about other animals or the birds in this world. or the nature. Did you all understand the lesson, children? Hope everybody understood the lesson.